So I put it on the other channel as well. I don't know why they got me going to 2. It should be on 1. If it's not on 1, then we got a problem. Yeah, I should. Am I fired up on 2? Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why they got me on 2. I removed 2, so it should be on 1. So am I good? Am I on the actual Buckles Locker channel? Not 2, Buckles Locker 1. I should be good now. Okay, I should be good. I'm good now. Yeah, I'm good. I just wanted to make sure I'm on the right side. Gotta make sure, you know what I'm saying? They don't want this jacking up. Okay. A-Rod, what's up, man? Rip, Brent, Eli, what's up, man? Young Deezy. Now everybody coming in now. There we go. Lego my ego. Yeah, it was a good long time. Hank, what's up, buddy? Exclusive Garvey. Yeah, my hair. Yeah, it's if I was to take this out, it's right now it's 2-strand twist. But if I didn't do the 2-strand, it'll be like it's like almost here now. So I'm able to do a little, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't much, but yeah, but if I let this down, it'll be like right here because it's 2-strand twist. But if I when I get it redone, like freshen up and all that and get rid of the 2-strand twist, it's probably like it's like past my eyes now. So uh Crawford Spence. I know, man. Look, it's not a boxing channel, but you know I talk a little boxing too. Who do I got? It's a 50-50 fight, to be honest with you. But I would say this. I would I would say 50-50, but I would give Spence the edge because of the competition, the level of competition he's faced at the time. Crawford resume, we don't know how good Crawford really is because he hasn't been fighting the welterweights that we want him to fight because he was at top rank. Now he's not at top rank no more, so he's good now. He's on PBC. But if Crawford would have beat the guys that we wanted him to fight at the right time, then I'd be a little bit more like, okay, Crawford. But he fought Sean Porter on his way out. He fought Amir Khan. He ain't got no chin. He fought Jeff Horn. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Mean Machine, David Avenesian. His competition hasn't been great, and he hasn't been. And then even at 140, Julius Ndongo, Ricky Burns, even at 135, his best competition to me, like as far as the fighter was still pretty decent, was Gamboa, and that was at 135. So we don't know how good Crawford is. Now he got skills, but I'm just saying as far as fighting guys like Spence, prime, hungry, can fight like Spence and Boots and Virgil Ortiz, you know, guys like that. So yeah, but we don't know. But I'm gonna watch. I'm watching this. I'm watching the fight. You know what I'm saying? I might even do a live stream. I don't know. Canelo. Oh man, you know that Canelo and Jamel Charlo fight. I'm not even gonna get into that. What's up, Molly Bivens? What's up, man? Nothing. Getting prepared for 0-17. Bucks for life. What's up, man? What you mean 0-17? What you getting prepared for? Oh, okay. So you doing Chiefs Kingdom? Okay. Oh, so you a moderator or what you said modern, right? Modern for Chiefs Kingdom. What you got a page or something that I can check out? I mean, like what you like does like moderations and stuff like that. What do you do over there? Or is that your channel? So let's get to the topic, right? Topic of discussion. Training camp, um, uh, updates and optimism. So training camp. Training camp is a couple weeks away, folks. I'm excited. I know you are. I know you are, but what am I? I am excited. Can't wait. Look, I'm gonna start dropping some more videos now that we're around the corner. So like I told y'all before, it's gonna get fun. Hopefully everybody's rest up well, right? Everybody's rested and they're good to go. I am. I'm well rested for my summer's going good. How's everybody's summer's going? How's everybody 4th of July? How has it been? Uh, has it been good? Has it been okay? Is everybody's family's doing good? Roy, what's up, man? Okay, I got you. So you mod over there. Okay. So you create thumbnails and stuff like that? And you moderate the nonsense over there too? Yeah, man. We gonna get live over here, man. It's hot. I know it's hot. Oh, he is? He signed autographs? I got my daughter over there asleep. So she chilling right now. She chilling like Bob Dylan. I keep talking about training camp. Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you. So, is everybody ready for training camp? Is everybody excited? We right around the corner. Storylines. We already know the storylines. Baker Mayfield, Kyle Trask, Dave Canales. There's a lot going on. The rookies, how they faring right now. The secondary, healthy with Ryan Neal. Everybody's healthy right now. The O-line, questions on the O-line, particularly at right tackle, the guard position, left and right guard and right tackle. I don't have any questions at center. Well, the questions at center for me, how healthy is Ryan Jensen? Another year older. And how would the transition with Tristan Wirfs be at left tackle? These are the things that we got to watch for in camp. Jose Ramirez, Kalijah Clancy, the Bucs rookie class. Yaya Dabi, Yaya Dabe, D-Dabi. We'll see what he going to do. Cody Mulch, Trey Palmer, Sean Tucker, once he gets cleared. What is Rachaad White going to look like in training camp? He's been chomping at the bit. So these are all things at training camp that we got to look forward to. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna cover it like I cover it. I'm gonna come at with it. I'm gonna do a little something different this year too. But as far as training camp, I'm gonna try to make one of the sessions. The military day session is July 31st. What's up, Big Buck? August 31st is military day. I'm trying to get down there for that. It's gonna be close, but I'm gonna try to get to it. They have one general public day, August 14th. That's a Monday. I might try to make that one too. The 31st and the 14th are the 2 training camp days I'm gonna try to make. It's gonna be tough, but we'll see. So what are you looking for in training camp? Where your eyeballs gonna be at? Be honest. Where's your eyeballs gonna be? Because now let me get y'all set for training camp. As far as how do we look going into training camp, as far as on paper, compared to the other teams. First of all, compared to our division, and when you peel back the layers when it comes to training camp for the Bucs and the rest of the NFC South, everybody's almost even if you look at it on paper. Right? Let me paint a picture for y'all. Bucs defense, we know what they look like. Ninth in scoring defense. They was top 10 in some areas. Also, the Saints defense, they're good. Regardless of hate, whatever, I give them props. Carolina defense can make another jump, right? And the Falcons over there, they're doing some things over there on defense, but we don't know what they got. So I would say they're their weakest defense, and the strongest defense is the Bucs, with a close second, the Saints. I'm talking about overall defense. I think the Bucs are overall just better by a little bit. And the Carolina defense is right behind the Saints defense. But going into training camp, as overall, looking at all the teams, it's pretty decent. Like, I mean, as far as we're not the best division, we're probably one of the the AFC North. I mean, the AFC South and the NFC South are the 2 worst divisions. So the NFC South is pretty much every team is equal when you look at the teams from top to bottom. GM, head coach, offense, defense, special teams, coaching staff. When you check the boxes or you give a number grade, all 4 teams kind of grade out the same, right? In a way, so it kind of looks like that to me. Just this is my opinion when I look at all the teams. So going into training camp, like I said, every team in the NFC South has question marks. Yes, absolutely. I can care less what the Saints fans say or the Falcons fans say or the Carolina Kitty Cats. They can talk all the noise they want. They got question marks too. So there is no clear overall leaps and bounds better team in the NFC South. Like, there's not a clear Kansas City Chiefs in the NFC South. Like, they are much better than everybody else. The Bucs, and it varies, right? If you have the Bucs number 1, that's cool. Number 2, that's cool. Now, I wouldn't put them at 3, but 1 or 2, however you want to flip flop them with the Saints, whatever. Because I'm looking at it from an overall perspective, right? When you grade out all areas of the team, they all almost the same. Like, the best coach in the NFC South is the Carolina Panthers, Frank Reich. He's the best coach. The best defense, I would say the Bucs. The best offense, it's kind of hard to say because the Bucs running game was terrible. It still is terrible until we see otherwise. But the Bucs passing game was not great either. Now, on the flip side, Saints passing game wasn't great because of pew, Andy Dalton, who's now in Carolina. And the Saints running game was iffy. So we don't know what the Saints offense is going to look like. You look at, Carolina, they got Frank Wright. And then you look at Carolina offense with Bryce Young and the receivers they got with Adam Thielen and Terrence Marshall Jr. The running ain't going to be strong. They got 2 good tackles. So we don't know about – so you get what I'm going with this. And then the best running team in the NFC South is the Atlanta Falcons with Tyler Alger and Bijan Robinson. They have the best running game, clear cut, not even close. Carolina Panthers, the Carolina Kitty Cats running game is pretty good too. I would say, well, we already know the worst running game in the NFC South is the Tampa Bay Bucs until otherwise. You can spin it how you want to spin it, but just had to rank them right now where they stand at. There is no way impossible that you can put the Bucs above 3. You can't put the Bucs above the Panthers. You can't put them above the Falcons because both of those running games was way better. And then you can make your argument with the Saints, but even the Saints running game is better. So going into training camp, circling back to the topic at hand, going into training camp, the running game. How good can the running game look? And we won't know. Even in preseason, we won't even know. Now, preseason, you'll see a couple of nice little plays here and there, but do not think for 1 minute the Bucs running game can go from 32nd to number 10. That just doesn't happen unless the Bucs make a complete philosophy change. And I would say this going into training camp, whether you believe it or not, the Bucs' strength is still throwing the ball. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but that's what the Bucs' bread and butter at. To be honest, like the last 4 seasons, 2019, 20, 21, and 22, throwing the ball. The last time the Bucs had a good running game was 2016. So going into training camp, I am very intrigued to see how the running game look. And now we saw glimpses of Rachaad White last season when they finally kind of slid Fournette to the side. But even then, because you got to factor in the O-line injuries with Aaron Stinnie and Brian Jensen. So we had some injuries on the O-line, no Kappa, no Marpet. And even when we had a healthy O-line in 2021 and 2020, for the most part, the running game was still terrible. So let's not get it twisted. Now, I've seen some Bucs fans talk about the running game is going to look better. I've seen some Bucs fans talk about the running game still going to be terrible. For me, until I see otherwise, the Bucs running game is still terrible. Because I can only go off of what I know. And what I do know, the Bucs has never been a heavy running team since 2016. History shows that. Remember, hashtag facts. So I'm giving you facts over feelings. Now you can feel that the Bucs running game is going to be good, but what does history tell you? What does history tell you for the last 8 seasons or 7 seasons? The last time the Bucs had a good running game was 2016. So that's one area of training camp that we want to focus on. The Bucs running game. How is it going to look? Now, going against the Bucs defense, their run defense kind of took a slip last year. So the Bucs run defense had a little slippage last year. They gave up some, the Steelers game, the Carolina Panthers game, the Falcons game. They gave them some yards. So it was down. I think they was middle of the pack in run defense. So the Bucs run offense in training camp and the Bucs run defense are 2 areas that you do want to pay attention to. Right? Also in training camp, another thing that you want to pay attention to is the Bucs O-line, which factors how good the running game can look. Now, I got to say this. The Bucs O-line in 2020 and 2021 was much better than 2022. And at them 2 years, the running game was bottom 10. So it's hard to make an argument to say that the Bucs O-line now is better than 2020 and 2021. Now we added the rookie Cody Mulch and added Matt Fryer, whatever, from the Chargers at guard. He's going to be a guard. And got Cody Mulch at guard and Luke Gedeke. Those 3 areas are problems. These are things at training camp that I want y'all to pay attention to. I'm giving y'all a heads up now. So pay attention to the Bucs O-line, in particular, right tackle, right guard, left guard. Those are 3 problem areas. To me, those 3 areas have the major question marks going into training camp. With the 32nd ranked run offense coming off a season when the offense ranked 32nd in the run, now you have 3 areas. 2 of the areas are guys that didn't play on the team last year. Guards. And the Bucs have had some issues with guards. Right? Whether it's right guard or left guard or both now. So, and then you got Luke Gedeke, which I still believe he's a question mark. There is no evidence going into training camp saying that Luke Gedeke is going to be really, really good. Now, he was playing out of position, fought that to Byron Leftwich and Todd Bowles and Joe Gilbert, having that man play guard when he was a right tackle in college. I don't know why the Bucs be doing this, but they just feel like they're the smartest team in the NFL when it comes to O-line, and they're not. Now put that man back to where he belongs at tackle. We're going to see how he do. But up until that point, until we see him against elite competition, because there's some guys. What's up, Grislow? And John McGee, the fifth McGee, Trill Boy. What's up? Until we see Luke Gedeke, now there are some D lines that we're going to be playing that's going to be pretty good. And they deep. So we're going to see how Luke Gedeke looks early. And they're going to put their best pass rushers over there. They're going to blitz on that side. They're going to test Cody Mulch and Luke Gedeke. That's the weak side. Whether you like it or not. Oh, Cody Mulch is going to be a beast. Based on what? I hope he does well. But going into training camp, there is no evidence saying that he's going to be really, really good. So pay attention to that storyline, particularly the guard positions and the right tackle. Because if those three areas improve, the Bucs running game will improve significantly. That's a fact. Ryan Jensen, he's going to come back with his mean streak, personal foul, number 66, 15-yard penalty, repeat second down. He's going to give us a couple of those. And then you got Tristan Wirfs, elite right tackle, going over to the left tackle. So there's two positions that the Bucs are pretty solid. Well, for one, all pro. And center, we don't know how Ryan Jensen's going to look after, he came back for the playoffs and he didn't make a difference at all. And we do have Robert Hainsley as some depth pieces, and Aaron Stinney as well. But it's going to be a story to watch. And for me, trenches matter. So on my watch list, when it comes to training camp, the first area I'm going to do a lot of videos on, I'm going to be focused in, is the O-line. I'm not saying I don't care less about the other areas of concern, which we'll as we going through this, but O-line for me is the biggest concern. I know the quarterback situation, but that's a whole different animal. But if the O-line performs well, everything else will look good or decent enough, and we'll be able to hang with some of these teams. So O-line is the number one thing I'm going to be looking at because of the attention. Rachaad White, we're going to dive into that right now. Rachaad White, he's been chomping at the bit about, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do this. Now, when he got his chances last year, it was up and down due to the fact that, it was poor blocking and teams didn't respect Tom Brady. They didn't respect the Bucs' speed and explosiveness. They didn't respect the tight ends. No defense really gave the Bucs respect. Now, when it came to average defenses and above, the Bucs struggled. Let me repeat that. When it came to defenses that were average and above, and this has been going on since 2020. Since 2020, since Tom Brady got here, every time the Bucs played against a defense that is competent, with a competent coach or a competent coach, a competent DC, competent players with some talent, they struggled. Why? They look really good against bad defenses. I watched that. I paid attention to that. And I'm going to be going back. I'm going to watch 2022 again. I'm going to chop that season up and watch it again just to refresh my memory. But they look really good against bad defenses or bad coaches. But when they played a competent coach, a competent defense, when the Bucs offense played against a competent defense, they didn't look good. They struggled. They played good for a quarter or maybe 2 quarters. But the Bucs didn't put together a 4-quarter game this season to me. So going into the training camp, can the Bucs hold up for 4 quarters? Can the coaching staff keep this team good for 4 quarters? I'm not saying every game, every quarter going to be good, but some of these games, the Bucs got to play 4 complete quarters, offensively, defensively, and special teams. So that's another area that I'm going to be watching, especially in the preseason game. Look, you don't put a lot of stock in preseason. That's cool. But I do want to see in preseason, the Bucs play good. Period. I'm not saying that the Bucs need to go 4-0, 3-1, or 2-2. I'm just saying I want to see improvement in a lot of areas. And that's kind of crazy because that's what the Bucs are at right now. The Bucs have question marks. And like I said, we're going through this. So Rachaad White is, when he got his chance last year, it was up and down. It wasn't all great. He had some good runs here and there. But I'm gonna stand on this as I say about Rachaad White. I like him. I think he's at minimal, he's a really good third down running back. He has the makeup of a really good third down running back, a change of pace running back. Home run hitter, no. I don't see that in him. Explosiveness, there's going to be some rookie running backs that's going to be better than him. It's more explosive. Rookie class. Even last year's class. I don't see him better than those guys. So, like I said, nothing against Rachaad White. I think he would be a really good third down running back. Pass catching out of the backfield. I know some people giving the comparison of Le'Veon Bell. Yes, I mean, I get it. But we saw him last year, and, it was okay. It wasn't nothing to be like, oh, my gosh. And you know every year running backs come out every year. This is why I understood why some of the analysts talk about the Bucs running game the way they do, and the Bucs did not add a running back at a high level next to Rachaad White. And they probably should have, and they didn't. So I understand why some of the analysts and talking heads will say that about the Bucs. When they talk about the Bucs, that's one of the areas they talk about. The Bucs did not upgrade or add something next to Rachaad White. And I agree. They should have. Now I know people say, well, Sean Tucker, he's not cleared from my knowledge. If he's cleared, we don't know. And then, Chase Edmonds. Chase Edmonds? That ain't moving the needle. Y'all know this. Compared to the other teams, do you want me to go down the list? And I went down the list already when it comes to running teams, when it comes to teams with running backs. Where do we rank the Bucs running back group of Rachaad White, Chase Edmonds, Keyshawn Vaughn, Sean Tucker? Matter of fact, we can start in our division. Let's do this. Falcons, Tyler Algieri and Bijan Robinson. Would you put the Bucs running game over that? Running back group over that? Cordell Patterson. Would you put the Bucs running back group over the Panthers running back group? So we 0 for 2 already. Would you put the Bucs running back group over the Saints running back group? Kamara and Jamal Williams? No. 0 for 3 in our division. We haven't even got outside our division yet. And we're last in our division when it comes to running back groups. I'm just saying, just think about this. I'm not trying to hate. These are the areas that I want y'all to see in the training camp. Running game. Trenches matter. Sure, Rachaad White been talking, but when you compare the Bucs running back group to other running back groups in our division, relax. Chase Edmonds. Have you seen Chase Edmonds do anything outside of Tampa that was worth significant? They picked up Chase Edmonds, folks. That ain't moving the needle. He's a Jag. I guess he's going to be the third down running back. You know, we know about Keyshawn Vaughn, and we don't know about Sean Tucker. We saw him in college, but he got heart problems. Okay, let's move the needle some more. Let's go to the NFC East. Running back group. Giants, Saquon Barkley. Nobody's on the Bucs better than him. Eagles run the game, not even close. Cowboys run the game, not even close. Commanders run the game, not even close. So we're 0-4-7 when it comes to running back group in the NFC. We're still last. That's 7 teams, including the Bucs, 8 teams, but we're number 7 or number 8. I'm sorry, we're number 8 out of those 8 teams I just named. Let's go to the NFC North. Green Bay running game, not even close. Lions running game, not close. The rookie running back gonna be really good. They got, and then Ben Johnson, he's a really good OC. Bears running game, pretty decent. Can't put the Bucs running game over the Bears. Vikings running game, better. So out of 12 teams I just named, the Bucs are 12 when it comes to running back groups. Let's go to the NFC West. Seattle running game. Nope, not better than them. Running back group, nope. 49ers, nope, not even close. Rams, we got a better running game than them. Cardinals. Yeah. So you can make an argument right there. Out of all the teams in the NFC, the only 2 teams that you can make an argument that the Bucs can be better than, and that's a rough argument, is the Rams and the Cardinals. Think about that, folks. Out of all the NFC teams, the only argument that you can make that the Bucs running game running back group is better than is the Rams and the Cardinals. Going into training camp, looking at the players, the running back groups, the Bucs are not better than 14 teams. So pay attention to training camp. Rams and the Cardinals, 2 teams that are terrible in the running the ball. Look at their running back group. Look at the Rams running back group. Look at the Cardinals running back group. Ain't nothing to be jumping around for. Like, oh yeah. But you can definitely say that you can definitely make a case that the Bucs running back group is better than those teams. But every other team, the other teams. So if you had to rank them, I'll say the Bucs running game is better than the Cardinals and the Rams. So that's 16 teams, right? That puts the Bucs at 14. Out of 16 teams, 14th running back group. When I mean running back group, going into training camp, the players. When you put the players, you look at the running back groups, the players, the groups. The Bucs, in my opinion, are 14 going into training camp. So pay attention to the Bucs running game in training camp. Des is funny. So, okay, Desmond. So you saying a healthy Cam Akers and whoever else they got. You saying the Rams running back group is there? That means their backup running back, the third down running back. You saying the Rams running back group is better than the Bucs running back group. So if in your eyes, you think the Bucs are 15th out of 16 teams in running back groups. I mean, I can't get mad at you. But I definitely wouldn't put them. I wouldn't put them over 14. When I look at all the running back groups in the NFC, I cannot put the Bucs over 14. There's no argument. I can't make an argument. That's not even counting the AFC. Now look at it. Now think about that. This is why I understand why going into training camp that they say the Bucs running game still don't look good go on paper. They didn't look good on film. Oh, with a healthy Ryan Jansen, Tristan to the left side. But the problem is, it goes back to the trenches. The question marks at Luke Gedeke, which I think that was at this point. That's if you look at Jason Light's draft picks, Luke Gedeke is up there at this point with the Roberto Aguayo, Luke Gedeke. He's up there. He's up there. He's made some terrible picks too. Kyle Trask, and we'll get to him in a second. These are valuable picks. Second round picks are starters. We got question marks at right tackle in both guard positions. When Matt Freer, he came from the Chargers, he started the Chargers. Well, then why did the Chargers get rid of him? Why did the Chargers draft younger and better players? Because if he was that good, Chargers ain't letting him go. And if you talk to the Chargers fans, I didn't see a lot of good things said about Matt Freer. Now, the only thing I heard the most about Matt Freer was he cost too much. Now, I think he had one good year or a decent year, one good year and a decent year. But his total time in the NFL in the O-line position, because I think he played guard and tackle. He didn't look good overall. And now we got him. So for me, going into training camp, we're going back to training camp, it's hard for me to say the Bucs running game is going to be elite or mid-tier, which is between 12 and 15. It's just, you can't even make an argument. So in training camp, pay attention to the Bucs trenches and the Bucs running back group. How explosive are they going to be in the running game? And we also got to factor in also in the gumbo is the Dave Canales factor. Let's get to that. And we're going to transition from Dave Canales right into the quarterback situation. Then we're going to switch over to the defense. But I want to stay with the offense because the offense was not good last year. And that was with Tom Brady. Bassmaster, what's up, buddy? So let me put y'all in perspective here. The Dave Canales factor. Now, let me be clear about this. This is no hate on Dave Canales. And it's not his fault. I'm directing this to Bucs fans that are giving hypotheticals and optimism with caps. When I see some of the Bucs fans talk about our offensive coordinator, and I hope he does well, but to be saying things like he's already good to make your argument look good and to make him look good when you don't have no evidence is asinine. Why are you putting so much pressure on Dave Canales when you don't have no idea what he's going to do? If anything, you need to be humble when you talk about Dave Canales. And let me be clear for you Bucs fans out there. The ones that discredit Seattle's OC, Shane Waldron, and give all the credit to Dave Canales, like he was running the show behind the scenes, is another asinine statement. I've seen some Bucs fans prop up Dave Canales with no hard evidence, shoot down Seattle's OC, Shane Waldron, to make Dave Canales and their argument sound good. His system. What do you mean? What do you... I've never heard of a fan base, correct me if I'm wrong, prop up a coach that was a OC or played, he was a part of the staff, prop him up as a coordinator, first-time coordinator, to make your argument sound good. I've seen some Bucs fans say, It was Dave Canales is the reason why Geno Smith looked good. Geno Smith is good. Newsflash: Geno Smith was already talented. He didn't make Geno Smith look good. He didn't make Geno Smith good. He was already talented. He bounced around the league for years. So now the reason why he was good was because of the quarterback coach. Forget the OC that was actually called in plays to make him look good. It was the quarterback coach. So you mean to tell me Shane Waldron didn't play a bigger role than Dave Canales? So you sugar honey iced tea on Shane Waldron. Shout out to the 12th man in the fan base over there. You sugar honey iced tea on Shane Waldron. Now that Dave Canales is our OC, to make him look good and say, "Oh, it wasn't Shane Waldron, it was Dave Canales' system." What? I've seen some Bucs fans post that. When they talk about Dave Canales, they write up this, they type this extraordinary statements about him like they just know everything about him. Mind you, nobody expected him to be the OC. I didn't see none of y'all in those Facebook groups, Twitter, in this locker room talk about Dave Canales when we were scoping for OCs. Y'all know he wasn't the first, second, third, or fourth pick for the Bucs. But all of a sudden, now that he's our OC, you put all that pressure on that young man and prop him up to make him look like he is an elite or he's a really good OC when he was a quarterback coach that had no input in the play calling. Oh, let me guess. Yes, he did. How, Sway? All I'm saying is, going into training camp, be careful with Dave Canales. You Bucs fans that are just propping him up, making it seem like he's just going to be this crazy good play caller, and you don't have any physical evidence. He hasn't called plays at the NFL or collegiate level, and you talking it like he's going to bring his system. You mean the system that, he was under Brad Childress? Brad Childress was there. I think he was there with Brian Schottenheimer. And then, of course, Shane Waldron was there too. Mind you, let's keep this in perspective. Dave Canales was with Seattle for quite some time. He was a receivers coach. He was never an OC in Seattle. He was never an OC in Seattle. So what evidence do you have that he's going to be a good OC for the Bucs? So once again, just like the right tackle, the guards, right and left guards, the running game, and the OC, question marks, another area in training camp that you want to pay attention to. Pay attention to all these things I'm bringing up. These are things that you need to watch for in training camp. And there will be some 3-and-outs in preseason. Don't get mad. Even the top level OCs get 3-and-outs. It's going to be rough for Dave Canales, folks. Y'all think it's going to be honey and butter. I think not. How many first-year coordinators, let alone in Dave Canales' situation, come in his first season and just lights it up? Don't worry, I'll wait. You know what story stops to? I think that's the problem. Byron Leftwich, even though I don't totally blame him, he had the bar so low last year. You're propping up Dave Canales over that bar because you just want to see something different. And I understand that. But be careful about Dave Canales. Don't put so much pressure on him. Let him grow. Let him grow as an OC. It's going to be some rough times, folks. 3-and-out, punt. 3-and-out, punt. Because he's not going to try to mess up. He's going to try to keep it, to me, he's going to try to keep the game plan simple. Run the ball. Get good yards on first down. Have a manageable second down. And a manageable third down. And when it comes to, and I'm gonna tell you, he's gonna try to press some buttons early too, just to try to let the fan base know that I ain't scared, right? And this is why I was telling you about Todd Bowles and the conservative head coaching mindset that he has. And most DCs are like this, unless you have an elite quarterback like Sean McDermott with Josh Allen. But we'll get to that in a second. But we'll get to Todd Bowles in a second. But the fact that Todd Bowles is the head coach, don't think that Dave Canales is just going to be going for it. Todd Bowles is a conservative head coach. There will be some 3 and outs. 3 plays, punt. We will score some points. We will move the ball and then punt. But best to believe, trust and believe, it will not be honey and butter. In the circumstances that the Bucs are in at OC, it is not. If you had to, just look at the OCs that are established right now in the NFC. You can't say he better than those guys. Those guys got evidence. At this point, you got to have Dave Canales at the bottom. Is he better than Pete Carmichael? No. Is he better than Arthur Smith? Nope. Is he better than Frank Wright or Thomas Brown Jr., who we actually wanted at OC? Nope. Because he wasn't even our first, second, or third, or fourth pick. We signed him, and when we signed him, a lot of y'all was like, who is that? Now y'all talking like y'all been knowing him. Now y'all typing these comments about Dave Canales like it wasn't Shane Waldron, it was Dave Canales that made Geno Smith look good. What? You do realize an OC got to call plays, right? That's his job, to call plays. You can't call bad plays. You have to call. That's why Seattle offense was pretty decent. Shane Waldron. All the credit, 99% of the credit, an OC job is to call offensive plays, regardless of who has quarterback. So, and it also helped that had DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett and Kenneth Walker Jr. back there in a pretty decent O-line. See how that works? You see how that works? When you have all the pieces lined up, OC can look good. But the problem is with the Bucs is the Bucs don't have all the pieces lined up. We need some more pieces. Let's be honest. So when you speak about Dave Canales, be careful. That's why I don't trash Dave Canales. I don't prop him up. I don't badmouth him. I don't do anything to make y'all seem like, oh, he said Dave Canales is gonna be a beast, and oh, he's trashing Dave Canales. No, I'm not. I'm just giving you reality. Facts over feelings. I'm giving you the facts. Do you understand what an OC job is? Do you understand what a quarterback coach job is? The OC puts the game plan out. He said, these are the plays I like to run. Get my guys ready. Running back coach, quarterback coach, O-line coach, tight end coach. This is the philosophy I want to run. You get with your group of guys, and we're talking about Shane Waldron and Dave Canales combination. Get with Geno Smith and Drew Lock and get them ready for these plays and these throws and these positions and these downs and distances. So work with them, mechanics and stuff like that, right? But Geno Smith was already talented. And then when Shane Waldron calls plays, I'm going to call plays based on the strengths of my quarterback, whoever's going to be the quarterback. So if you were a talented quarterback, which Geno Smith was already talented coming into the NFL, and let's not forget, folks, he's bounced around. He's been in multiple offensive systems, so his knowledge has gotten better. He's got more seasons. So when he got to Seattle and sat behind Russell Wilson and chilled for a little bit, and Shane Waldron, so he was already there. He was already in the system. So all of a sudden Dave Canales is a quarterback coach. It's Dave Canales is the reason why Geno Smith was good. No, it's years of being in the NFL, a veteran experience. He was already talented. He's bounced around the league. He put the work in. And then he got with the right OC. Do you understand how that works? He didn't get with the right quarterback coach. It was the right OC. So shout out to Shane Waldron. Do not discredit Shane Waldron, Bucs fans, to make Dave Canales look good. You look like a fool doing that. Because not one of you has spoken good about Shane Waldron. Dave Canales been with Seattle for 12 years. 12 years. Never was an OC. Never was assistant head coach. Receiver coach. Quarterback coach. He's been under Pete Carroll all this time. And we know how the NFL work. When you're a hot up and coming guy, you get OC, DC jobs, and then head coaching jobs pretty quick. Now, if Dave Canales does good this year, somebody said that he can be gone next year. He did good with Geno Smith. He didn't develop Geno Smith. He just coached Geno Smith. The OC actually called plays. Shane Waldron will get a head coaching job before Dave Canales. Oh, we're going to see how much of a difference Geno Smith looked this year with no Dave Canales. Remember, he still got Shane Waldron and Kenneth Walker, and DK Metcalf, and Jackson Smith-Njigba, and Tyler Lockett. He's still going to look good. That's the point. So going into training camp, let Dave Canales grow. Don't get mad when it's 3-0. Punt. Don't get mad if you go for it on 4th down and it was a bad play call. He's inexperienced. That's like NBA rookies, NFL rookies, MLB rookies, unless you're the guy, De La Cruz guy from Cincinnati, but you get what I'm saying. He's going to have his growing pains. But when you put all this pressure on this guy and you pumping him up like he's going to be this, oh my God, we're going to look like Seattle offense. How you know? How you know the Bucs offense is going to look like Seattle's offense? You ain't got no evidence. You think Shane Waldron and Dave Canales is going to have the same mindset? No. Down and distance, players on the field, a lot of factors. So Dave Canales, pay attention to that situation in training camp and also preseason, because we want to see some good stuff in preseason, right? Not always going to be good, but we want to see some improvement. And I guarantee you, there will be exactly Pete Carroll. Oh, David, I mean, just discrediting Pete Carroll and Shane Waldron like it was just Dave Canales the reason why Seattle's offense was good. Stop it. Anyway, I do want to see some good things in preseason though, in training camp. Don't be surprised. I know somebody said something about we don't want to see any more wide receiver screens or wide receiver screens. Well, I think every NFL OC has that in his playbook. The problem is doing that to us. We don't have explosive guys that can get the ball and run out the catch. The closest guy that we do have, that's a starter, is Russell Gage. Chris Godwin and Mike Evans on wide receiver screens, terrible. No explosiveness there. Going from throwing wide receiver screens to Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Tyler Lockett, Jackson Smith-Njigba, guys like that, explosiveness. Jamar Chase, Jerry Jeudy, CeeDee Lamb. Do we have that? No. I don't even know why we even use wide receiver screens. There's no. Is there any big plays from that from the Bucs? Why do we run wide receiver screens with guys that don't separate well? Can anybody explain that? My goodness. Byron Leftwich called a ton of wide receiver screens, and that also factored in with the quarterback situation. I don't want to see a lot of wide receiver screens. I really don't. But we're going to see a couple. So also, let's get to the quarterback situation. Baker Mayfield, Kyle Trask. Let the media tell you. It's Baker Mayfield's job. I'm not picking who's actually starting. That's not my job. My job is to talk about it. Now let the media tell you it's Baker Mayfield's job right now. Now you go into the Bucs community. Now there's some Baker Mayfield fans in the Bucs community already. And then you got some Cal Trask fans as well. Florida Gator fans, right? An argument going on. Then they were saying, well, Cal Trask couldn't beat out Blaine Gabbert. Who fault is that? Clyde Christensen? He's gone. Tom Moore still sitting around. Let's not talk about Dave Canales had to inherit Harold Godwin Jr., Joe Gilbert, Tom Moore. He had to inherit those guys on his staff. Mm-hmm. Todd Bowles did not get rid of Harold Godwin and Joe Gilbert. So, in other words, Dave Canales don't even have his the guys that he really wants, like his full staff. But let's get back to the quarterback situation that ties into Dave Canales. Question marks. More question marks going into training camp. Pay attention to the quarterback situation. Like I told you, let the media tell you it's Baker Mayfield's job. And then there's the diehards that, oh, Kyle Trask got a shot. And it's sad that it has to come to this. And I'm saying this, and I really mean this. The Bucs need to pick a quarterback before training camp. It just, in my opinion, it just makes sense. When you have two quarterbacks, you have none. All the good teams, playoff-worthy teams, they know who their quarterback is. They're not going into the season playing games with the quarterback situation. Now, before you go, Seattle had the Drew Lock and Geno Smith situation. Okay, that's true. And they picked Geno Smith. So if you had to line up the situation again, Baker Mayfield, Kyle Trask, Baker Mayfield. But they need to pick a quarterback. They need to make it public. This is our starter. That way, they don't go into training camp with this, well, who's going to be the starter thing. That's going to be a stupid headline. That's going to be annoying. Why you think Tristan Wirfs moved to left? Remember when they announced Tristan Wirfs going to left tackle? It was like, we don't know yet. Look how early they did that. We knew Tristan Wirfs was going to be left tackle the minute they brought it up. When Cody Moss got drafted, guard. Luke Gedeke, oh, he going to right tackle. All that got situated. There wasn't no double dutching behind that. It was, oh yeah, that's what's going to happen. Pros and cons between the two. Kyle Trask and Baker Mayfield. The pros for each quarterback, I'm about to reach deep in the bag for this. And when I give these words out, that doesn't mean these are the words that you don't want to hear. Swag. Baker Mayfield got swag. He got moxie. He's a gamer. Okay. Those are the two words I always hear. He got swag. He got moxie. He's three words. He's a gamer. Okay. Kyle Trask. He's 6'5". He's accurate. We don't know really. So when you add both quarterbacks up, when it comes to pros, this is what I see and I hear is moxie, gamer, 6'5". I'm putting both quarterbacks together. Accurate, whatever the case may be. That's not glowing remarks as far as what you want as a franchise guy. In other words, and as much as y'all don't want to hear this, and this is in my opinion, we don't have a franchise guy at this point. We don't have one. Going into the season, please understand what I'm saying. Going into the season, we don't have a franchise guy. When you look at all the worthy teams that are playoff, Super Bowl, the quarterback situation is not like that. So, in other words, it's going to be rough for the Bucs at quarterback. And somebody mentioned it. It's a strong possibility that we're going to see both. That's to be honest with you, you actually don't want to really see that, but you want a quarterback to solidify the position and play good for 17 games. But when you're playing two quarterbacks and you're going back and forth, that's not a good look. It's not a good look. It's gonna be rough, man. Factoring in with the OC situation, the quarterback situation, the O-line situation, particularly at right tackle, left guard, right guard, running back situation, tight end situation. It ain't glaringly like I know there's been people talking about K. Dot and look good and all that. That's nice. He played a lot last year. You know what I'm saying? So, and the one thing somebody mentioned in the playoff in the chat room, and this is true. And as much as we don't want to talk about it offensively, I'm gonna give y'all one word that the Bucs it just seemed like man, we're just lacking there. Matter of fact, I'll give y'all a chance. What is the one word when you look at the Bucs offense? What are they lacking? What are they lacking big time? When you look at the Bucs offense, tight end, running back, quarterback, receivers, what's the one word you'd be like, man, they missing that. There you go. Jay Young, Rip, Art, JR Dot. I was gonna say the word speed. When I look at the Bucs offense, I'm like, where's the speed at? Where's the explosive? Like the speed, explosive, like the words, like the two words that stand out, speed and explosiveness. It's like they lacking that. Like man, it's like I mean, running back, where's the explosive? Where's the explosiveness there? Rashad White is a steady back, right? Third down, steady back. Quarterback, there's no explosiveness there at quarterback. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, two great receivers, but explosiveness though, speed, no. Russell Gage, twitchy. Tight end, K. Dotton, Parham. What I'm saying, it's just gonna be a little. Just saying. Now, if the Bucs became a power running team, it fits the team how it's shaped. If the Bucs became a power running team and you look at how they set up as far as the guys that they have skill position wise, that will fit them better. The Bucs trying to be an explosive team, and they tried it with Tom Brady. Saw a bunch of that. That's not explosiveness. And the Bucs need to get away from trying to be explosive and be a power balanced team. Because we don't, compared to other offenses, we're probably one of the least explosive teams in the NFL. Brady averaged 6 yards per throw. We got spammed with screens. Even when he had time. Like, yo, get the Bucs. We're not explosive, folks. If the Bucs become a balanced power team, it fits them better. But compared to other offenses going into training camp, the Bucs are one of the least explosive teams in the NFL. Speedy teams. Like when you look at the Miami team and look at the Bucs team, the Bucs are a Pinto, and Miami is a Lamborghini. That's the gap between the two teams. Matter of fact, let's just use Seattle. When you look at Seattle's offense, running back, quarterback, receivers, tight ends, and look at the Bucs situation, it's not close. There's a gap. The Bucs should be a balanced power team. I'm not expecting the Bucs to be a hyper explosive team. What up, Jonathan? I'm not expecting the Bucs to be a hyper explosive team this year. They tried it last year, but it was just the quarterback situation, the OC, the head coach. And I'm gonna get to Todd Bowles, the overall end all be all on why the Bucs offense looked like this. But I don't see the Bucs being a hyper explosive team. So you wasn't explosive with Tom Brady in 2022. So all of a sudden we're going to be hyper explosive with Kyle Trask or Baker Mayfield? What are we doing? The Bucs should be a balanced power team. The Bucs going to have to grind out these points. I'm talking about 10, 11, 12 play drives. Beat opponents' defenses up. That's what fits the Bucs better. The Bucs trying to be explosive is a recipe for disaster. We saw it last year. 8-9. Facts are on the table. Don't get mad at me. Go watch last year's tape. There was no explosiveness there. So, and they were trying to create explosive plays. Like, don't get me wrong, there were explosive plays that the Bucs made last year. But the totality of 17 games, the Bucs were at the bottom, near the bottom. Explosive runs and explosive throws. But this goes back to what I was saying, and Store Stars too. This goes back to the number one thing I'm looking at in training camp, in preseason. The O-line. If the O-line is terrible, folks, oh my gosh, we're going to be in a really bad situation. Forget everything else. Forget the quarterback, the receivers, the tight end, the running back. If the O-line is bad, we're going to be in trouble, folks. Luke Gedeke, Matt Freer, Cody Mulch. Those three positions, if they don't look good, folks, we already got major question marks at quarterback. I don't care how you feel about Kyle Trask. I don't care how you feel about Baker Mayfield. But if that O-line looks terrible, specifically at right tackle, right guard, left guard, we are done. We don't have a chance on offense. Our defense is going to have to be like the 2002 Bucs defense. 2000s Ravens defense. Keep teams under 17 points. And guess what? In today's NFL, if you don't score over 21 points, you're going to lose a lot of games. So you're asking the Bucs defense, as I get into them, you're asking the Bucs defense to be an elite defense every game, every quarter. You know how impossible that is? Do you know how rare the Bucs defense in 2002? Do you know how rare the Ravens 2000 defense is? Do you know the Legion of Boom when Seattle had for 3 straight years the top scoring defense? You know how rare that is for a defense to maintain that style of play? So you're asking the Bucs defense to be an elite defense every game this year, every quarter for 17 straight games. Wow. That's too much pressure on the Bucs defense. You're going to wear them out. They're going to get injured trying to keep the Bucs offense in the game. And if you don't score over 21 points, shoot, I'm going to say 24. You're done. You're not winning a lot of games. Bucs went 8-9 and averaged 18 points a game. That was with Tom Brady. Now we got Baker Mayfield, Kyle Trask. Whoever the starting quarterback is. We need to score at least 21 points. At least 21 points. Or we're going to lose a lot of games. Unless the defense is elite. Every quarter, 17 straight games. And the chances of that happen is small. Oh, I forget about tight end. The Bucs tight end situation, and I'll briefly talk about this. The Bucs tight end situation, nothing to be jumping around for. But now the philosophy should change. Balanced power run team. The tight ends should be more involved. The Bucs had one of the worst tight end groups in the NFL last year. Bottom 3. Well, I'll say a bottom 5. The Bucs tight end group was not, there was no respect for the Bucs tight ends last year. Cameron Brate, Cade Otton, Kyle Rudolph. Now you're going into this season, Cade Otton, Cole Keith, and now you got Payne Durham. Still, you ain't scaring nobody at tight end. This is the problem, and one of the issues that the Bucs had last year, and I think they'll have some of this year, is a lot of defenses, specifically average and above defenses. Nobody respected the offense. And I think the Bucs will have some problems with that this year. I don't think a lot of teams are going to respect the Bucs offense at tight end, running game. I think some of the best pass rushers on each team is going to rush at Luke. They're going to eat Luke Gedeke up. If he couldn't handle the inside, now you got to go against pass rushers. And a lot of the elite pass rushers are rushing from the right tackle side, their left side. All right, I'm just saying. So the tight end situation, it ain't nothing to be jumping around for. I'm just saying. So stay tuned for that. So remind you, look at the question marks. This is offense. Not a lot of questions on defense. Offense. Quarterback. Running back. Right tackle. Left guard. Right guard. Tight end. Explosiveness. Speed. Look at all the questions that we have. OC. Head coach. Handcuffing the offense. Conservative play call. Remember when Todd Bowles in the Browns game, he could have kicked the field goal and went for it. He could have kicked the field goal. He chose to punt the ball. It ended up going to overtime in the Browns game. Y'all remember that game? William, what up, man? James Rue, what's up? Y'all remember the Browns game? Give me a thumbs up if you remember the Browns game. Remember the Browns game? Ryan Suckup had no confidence in him to make a field goal. Punt. It was 4th and 2. Remember the Browns game? I think it was 4th and 2, 4th and 3. In the 4th quarter. Punt. Browns get the ball, go down the field and score. Amari Cooper. Remember that? So we can talk about the offense and a lot of question marks, but the major question mark is Todd Bowles. Is he going to handcuff the offense? Y'all remember the Browns game? I was like, what the? Are you serious? Couldn't believe it. And the minute he put that ball, I was like, oh, I know how this is going to play out. I know we was all sitting there. I was live. And I'm like, it's 4th and 2. Just get the first down and get the game over with. He's like, nope, punt the ball. Like, you're not even going to attempt the field goal? Like, try to end the game. Todd Bowles said, no, I'm punting it. I was like. And then, when the Browns got the ball, I was like, oh, my gosh. It was just a ripple effect. You put how many times have we seen the situation? Not just with the Bucs, but around the league. Team got the ball, fourth down in the fourth quarter, under 3 minutes, or whatever. You're winning the game. You're in field goal position, and the team that's up punts the ball to the opponent. The opponent gets the ball on offense and goes down the field, kicks a field goal, or score a touchdown, game over, or overtime, and they're in the team that gets lose. How many times have we seen that? And the Bucs put themselves right in that situation. Momentum is no joke, folks. So many times for 17 games, we saw the Bucs in 9 losses, and even those wins. Like, what are you doing, Todd Bowles? You're the CEO on the field. Why are you punting the ball? Get the first down. No, punt the ball. You can't allow teams to build momentum up. Every OC has a script of plays when it's tight they go to. Whatever you wish. So we can talk about the offense and the question marks. We know the question marks on offense going into training camp. But the biggest question mark when it comes to the Bucs offense is Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles is the biggest question mark that can mess up the Bucs offense. People might think I'm hating on the Bucs offense. Not really. I'm giving you facts. These are facts. The Bucs are slow. They're not explosive. Questions at quarterback, O-line, running game, tight end, receivers lacking. Those are facts. But the biggest problem is Todd Bowles. Yeah, I said it. Todd Bowles is the biggest problem. He's going to get in the way of that Bucs offense and Dave Canales. Because he don't want to risk it. You're not going anywhere if you're not aggressive. And the problem that Dave Canales is going to have is he's going to, being that he's a first-year OC, he's going to try to play into Todd Bowles' philosophy. Run the ball, no turnovers. And I get it, but how many games are you going to win unless Todd Bowles is believing that his defense is out for 17 straight games? No injuries, like all 4 quarters for 17 games straight. We can go down and list the defensive coordinators that's head coaches. You tell me how the offense look. Let's do this. The Colts offense. Matt Eberflus, defensive coordinator, right? Right. I'm sorry. Bears head coach, Matt Eberflus. Look at the Bears offense. That's what Justin Fields and Mooney. Now they got DJ Moore. Look at the Bears offense with Matt Eberflus. Todd Bowles. Look at the Bucs offense. Dennis Allen. Look at the Saints offense. Mike Vrabel. Look at the Titans offense. Lovie Smith. Look at the Texans offense. Look at all these DCs. Steelers. Mike Tomlin. No Big Ben, right? Steelers offense. Ugh. The Jets. Robert Saleh. Look at the Jets offense. They had to go do what we did, get an old quarterback. Matt Rule. Look at the Panthers offense last year. The only one that stands out that is a DC. Look at Bill Belichick in the Patriots offense. Ew. And the only reason why the Patriots offense was halfway decent because the Patriots got a strong running game. At least Bill Belichick as a DC will run the ball with Ramon Stevenson. Run the ball with Damian Harrison. And the Bucs run game ain't better than them. Of course, Bill Belichick is way better than Todd Bowles. But anyway. Did I miss any other DCs? Oh, I missed one in particular. Sean McDermott, oh, the outlier. Josh Allen, he got Josh Allen at, no, I'm sorry, two of them. Let's scratch that. Uh, uh, the Chargers OC, the Chargers head coach, Brandon Staley, DC. He got Justin Herbert at quarterback. Sean McDermott, he got Josh Allen at quarterback. Those are the two DCs that are outliers. DCs that are head coaches in today's NFL. They have elite quarterback play. They have an elite receiver, Stephon, Diggs, Josh Allen, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler. Rashad White ain't better than Austin Eckler. See what I'm saying? So with Todd Bowles, it's like, yo, fam, you're gonna be the reason why the Bucs offense look terrible. He will be the biggest reason why the Bucs offense look terrible. Anyway, let's flip to the defense side. Going into training camp, his strong side. I think the Todd Bowles is a hell of a DC. Just like what's the former Broncos DC, the former Broncos head coach, that's now the DC of the Dolphins. What's his name? I can't think of his name. He was the Broncos head coach. Now he's the Dolphins DC. He was a terrible head coach, but hellified DC. What's his name again? Let me look it up. Oh, Vic Fangio. Vic Fangio. He was the Broncos OC. He was the Broncos head coach. Stunk it up. But he's a hellified DC. Vic Fangio, he's a hellified DC. Todd Bowles is Vic Fangio. Vance Joseph was a head coach. Not really good a head coach. Pretty good DC. Some guys are not made to be head coaches. Todd Bowles is one of them. Kind of falls in that category. Hellified DC. And the Bucs defense is going to be good, especially on the back end. Ryan Neal, the addition at safety, at strong safety, 1-year deal. I don't see us a little bit of foreshadowing here. I don't see us giving Dan Quinn. Look at Dan Quinn, another DC. Look at his offenses, right? Dan Quinn, when he was the head coach, Falcons struggled offensively. Anyway, so our Bucs secondary, a little foreshadowing here. I don't see the Bucs dropping a bag on Winfield Jr. and Ryan Neal next offseason. If Ryan Neal has a good season, he can on his defense. This is a 1-year deal, cheap too. I don't see the Bucs dropping a bag on two safeties when they got other positions that they need to tighten up. Do y'all see the Bucs signing Ryan Neal to a 3-4 year deal and Antoine Winfield Jr.? Remember, he up for contract. He gets no 5th-year extension. He's up for extension right now. Are they going to franchise Antoine Winfield Jr. and give Ryan Neal the bag? So if Ryan Neal balls out, a high possibility, as long as they stay healthy, he balls out. What do the Bucs do? Do they drop him the bag and Winfield Jr. the bag? And then they got to turn around and sign Tristan Wirfs and possibly Devin White and Mike Evans with extension? Really? So I'm already in my mindset, a little foreshadowing. Ryan Neal is literally a 1-year rental. And I got my mindset already kind of set. It's already programmed a little bit that he's going to be a 1-year rental if he balls out. Now, if he don't ball out, the Bucs can possibly keep him with him. But you know how this works. You can't drop 2 bags on the safeties. Can't do it. You're not getting rid of Winfield Jr. And he's going to play free safety. Ryan Neal at strong safety, Winfield at free safety. Safety tandems. If Ryan Neal plays like he played in Seattle, and he play like that with the Bucs gonna have a top 5 safety group or top 5 safety pairing, along with a top 10, top 15-ish cornerback pairing too. Now think about this: the Bucs' strength to me, secondary, and that's even with Zion McCullough playing slot. Oh, and Sean Murphy-Bunting explained why he left the Bucs. He wanted to play outside. He don't mind. He didn't mind playing inside, but he wanted to make outside his home. And that's where you get the money at, playing outside. And I told y'all this. I told y'all Murphy-Bunting looks so much better on the outside. He's more comfortable playing cornerback than slot. And they had him in the slot, and he was getting cooked. He was getting cooked. So he left. He wanted to play outside. And the Bucs tried to keep him. He was like, man, no, I'm good. I want to play outside. So the Bucs secondary, top 15. Oh, you know what? No, top 12. Top 12 from 2 cornerbacks, 2 safeties, top 12. Mm-hmm. Not even a question. I would say possibly top 10. No, I would say top 10. The Bucs secondary, 2 cornerbacks, 2 safeties. Go to every team. 2 starting cornerbacks, 2 starting safeties. Where do you put the Bucs secondary at? 2 safeties, 2 cornerbacks. I'm gonna say top 10. Between 6 and 10. I don't have any question marks about the Bucs secondary. Just stay healthy. Carlton Davis, grabby. Well, I would say the only question mark is they need to get more interceptions. I mean, Jamel Dean, Carlton Davis, they don't intercept the ball. They bat the ball down. They be right there. You know, Jamel Dean be in your pocket, whatever. Carlton Davis, he can get burnt a little bit. But they don't get a lot of turnovers in the secondary. He's been screaming about turnovers. I'm going to get more interceptions. He said that 2 years ago. I'm going to get more interceptions. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get that. And 2 years later, you still ain't getting no interceptions, Carl Davis. I'm just saying. Linebackers. Devin White, Lavonte David, top 15 group. Linebackers, because the Bucs running 3-4. So, the 2 middle linebackers, I guess you could say. Lavonte David still a top linebacker. Devin White, top in the box linebacker. Not good against the pass. And the biggest question mark for the Bucs defense, pass rush. Interior, outside pass rush. However you want to, whatever order you want to put this in. And I'm not talking about the Bucs blitzing. I'm just talking about just rushing the passer. 2 outside linebackers, 3 defensive linemen. Pass rush is the biggest problem on the Bucs defense. That's a fact. That is a fact. Oh, the Bucs drafted Kalani Kansas and Yaya Dobby. Okay, question marks. I'm good with that. I'm cool with that. Still question mark. The Bucs run defense took a step back. When the Bucs had 40-something sacks, they did, which was top 10. What about when they didn't blitz? How many sacks they had? Is it Tuesday? It's Tuesday, isn't it? When the Bucs didn't rush, when the Bucs did not blitz, what did the D-line do? Don't worry, I'll wait. Oh, Anthony Nelson, the Carl Nassib. Excuse me? When your zero technique, your nose tackle, remember, Vita is not a defensive tackle. He's a nose tackle, right over the center. Now, he can rush as a 5 technique or 3 technique. He can do that. But he's a 0 technique. When that guy, 6'4", 6'5", 340 pounds, is leading your team in sacks at 6.5, your pass rush is terrible. Terrible. Now we get Shaq Barrett coming back off a major injury. So we don't know how he's going to look a year older, coming off an ACL. And you know how this works. We saw Chris Godwin go through it. I don't feel explosive. But now I feel explosive. So all last year, Chris Godwin was just trying to fight through it, trying to get his legs back. And he started getting his legs back at the end of the year. So in other words, it takes till year 2 to feel good again. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. I'm not expecting Shaq Barrett to come back like a wild bull. 2024 is when I'm expecting Shaq Barrett to be, okay, he's back to his, self. Because that first year back, you still guessing. Well, we didn't have Shaq Barrett. Yeah, that's true. But also, Shaq Barrett won't be playing this year, and he's coming off of a major injury, a leg injury as a pass rusher. You don't bounce back right away when you have major injuries as a pass rusher. Now, the Bucs did draft Yaya Dottie and also Joe Tryon. Can he make the jump in year 3? Can Joe Tryon make a jump? 4.5 sacks part-time, 4 sacks full-time. I need 8 sacks out of Tryon at a minimum. 8. Anything less than 8 is a disappointment. I need 8. You've had 2 years to develop. 1 year behind JPP, and you have 4.5 sacks. Then the next year, no JPP, you have 4 sacks. What happened? Over pursuing, overrunning quarterbacks, getting shook by quarterbacks. Almost doesn't count, Joe Tryon. You are paid to rush the passer. That's what you're supposed to do. Get sacks. I need to see 8. Now, the over-under, I don't know, but I want to see 8 from Joe Tryon. And I'm not talking about BS sacks. I'm talking about sacks that make a difference. I'm talking about, now sack is a sack. I'm talking about we need him to get to the pass rusher. Sack by Joe Tryon. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Touchdown, sack, Tampa Bay. On 3rd down. Rip, dip. Warren Sapp. Get to the quarterback. Sack. That's a big sack by Joe Tryon. 3rd and 7. Minnesota Vikings quarterback Kirk Cousins dropped back, and Joe Tryon with a sack. Sack fumble. Yaya Dobby's coming for your position, Joe Tryon. Yaya Dobby's coming. That's my guy. I had him on my draft pick, so I'm going to ride with Yaya Dobby over Joe Tryon. I'm just saying. I'm going to ride with Yaya Dobby over Tryon. Because I picked Yaya Dobby to be a part of the Bucs draft class, and they actually became a part of the Bucs draft class. So, and when Joe Tryon got drafted, it was like an unknown situation. It was like, huh? But okay. Joe Tryon, we need sacks, buddy. Yaya Dobby, I want to see you in training camp, man. Preseason, I want to see him. Jose Ramirez, linebacker, getting some playing time. Kalijah Clancy. Now we're going to talk about the interior. Small, 6'1", 6'1", about 280. Quick. So he will get pushed around in the running game. The Bucs run defense, he'll get pushed around because we're talking about NFL guards. Those guys are big. So this is our D line. This is how it's supposed to look. Vita at nose tackle. I want y'all to see how this looks. Vita at nose tackle, zero technique. Elijah Clancy, Logan Hall, all under 26. I wish we had two more, but yeah, we got Yaya Dobby too. So, but I'm just talking about the guys with the hands in the dirt. The guys, hands in the dirt. 3-point stance, 4-point stance. Elijah Clancy, Vita, the base, Logan Hall. I need you to do something. Logan Hall, where you at? Year number 2, buddy. Jump. I need you to make a jump. I need Logan Hall to play like Jeffrey Simmons. I need him to play like Jeffrey Simmons. You know, when y'all remember last year when Jeffrey Simmons in the joint practices was punking the Bucs O-line and dominating. Remember that guy, Jeffrey Simmons? Yeah. We need Logan Hall to be like that. Or Casey Hayward type. Or Quentin Williams type. Or Derek Brown type. You know. We need him to be like that. Jordan Davis. Mammoth. Can't move him. He's just in the way. Ed Oliver. You know, up and coming guy on that D line. The guy that can move him down the D line. You can line Logan Hall over the center. Have Vita Vea at the 5 technique. Have Logan Hall over the center. Rip dip. Get back there. Get skinny. You and Elijah Clancy doing a stunt. Can you imagine if Kalijah and Logan Hall, they both look good, they doing their thing? That makes the work for Vita even easier. And then, of course, next year we add another D-line with Yaya Dobby and another D-lineman next year. Whew. Now we working with, see, the vision trenches matter. The vision I have for the Bucs D-line is Kalijah Clancy, Vita Vea, Logan Hall, Yaya Dobby, and another guy next year, or 2 of them next year. Now we're working with depth. Now we can rotate 2 or 3 of them out of there, put 2 more in, get back to the goal. Like, man, they just coming in waves. We don't have that. But we're getting there. But the Bucs defensively, the biggest question mark, pass rush. Without blitzing. Tryon, Logan Hall. And the question mark on Shaq Barrett. And the Bucs depth on D-line. So that's what I'm going to be looking at defensively when it comes to the Bucs. Pass rush. In training camp. How does the rookie look? How does Logan Hall look? Does he look better than the first year? Because he wasn't prepared last year. He was too light in the butt. They need him at 300 pounds. I told y'all about Logan Hall being at 300 pounds. Told y'all. Y'all ain't want to listen to me. Told y'all. He needs to be around about 295, 305. He's 6'7". Put some weight on him. Calais Campbell type. He's tall, so he needs some weight. He still can keep his speed. And then you got Elijah Clancy. He can be over the center, penetrate. See, Elijah Clancy adds versatility to the D-line. Because you can move him up and down the D-line. And if Yaya Dobby can make some impact, oh, what? Just saying. So that's my take on the Bucs defense going into training camp. D-line. Devin White. D-line with getting sacks without blitzing. And Devin White is his head in the game. Is he trying to get the bag or he trying to win and get the bag? See how that works? You win, you play good, you get the bag. Or you play good, you win, and you get the bag. He worrying about the bag. Devin White, you are one of the captains, right? It's possibly Levante Davis last year. And you want the bag, and you haven't got it yet. It's a reason why Devin White don't have the bag yet. Personally, he's not getting $100 million in my opinion. He's not resetting the market. No. Now, the Bucs special teams. I'm expecting the Bucs defense to still be ranked in the top 10 overall. I think the Bucs defense overall will still be ranked in the top 10. I'm talking about total yards. Pass defense, run defense. Now, however you want to rank those two individually, that's cool. But overall, I think the Bucs defense will be in the top 10. Yards, in other areas too, but just yards total, right? Bucs special teams. Keep Armstrong. I hope Trey Palmer can make an impact there. I don't want to see Keyshawn Vaughn back there. I hope Trey Palmer can make this team an impact on special teams. I hope Trey Palmer can make the team get back there with that 4.42 speed and return some kicks and some punts because we need some explosiveness back there on that punt return, kick return, man. For the last several years, the Bucs have been the bottom 5 in kick return, punt return. Well, last year the punt return was, I think, top 10, but it didn't feel like it. Kick return, the Bucs had nothing there. No impact at kick return. Terrible. And Keith Armstrong still got a job as a special teams coordinator. Ryan Sucker, missed kicks. Punt return, kick return, not that great. No explosive plays. They don't even help the offense out in field position. Well, let me guess. Well, they had a couple of good returns out of 17 games. Special teams plays a significant role. That's kicking the ball, punting, kickoffs, field goals, and extra points. Punt return, kick return. All these things has a lot to do with field position. If the Bucs are in scoring position, it's a 51-yard field goal. Who's kicking the ball? Because the Bucs didn't attempt a lot of 50-yard plus kicks. Well, we need a guy with range. The opponent's putting the ball inside their 10. They punt the ball to the Bucs. Can that punt return to get the ball to the opponent's side of the 50? Kick return. Oh, big play. Change the position, field position, man. Kick return, punt return. When it's time to kick field goals, can the Bucs make 50-plus yard field goals when they get into position, when the game is on the line, under 2 minutes left, and it's 4th and 5, and it's a 53-yard field goal, and the conditions are not great, but can whoever it is step up and kick that field goal and ice the game? More question marks, special teams. Because now our punter, Jake Kamada, he's gonna be fine. It's the field goal kicking unit, extra point unit, the punt return unit, the kickoff return unit, and the kickoff coverage and the punt return coverage units. I don't like them. I know y'all don't like him either. I don't like Keith Armstrong. I want him out of there. Falcons fans told us about that guy, and we kept it. Keith Armstrong is terrible. And the only reason why he got a job is because of Todd Bowles. And also, what will the Bucs do? Would the Bucs add anything else to the team during training camp? Will they add another running back? Another receiver? What will the Bucs do? What will Jason Light do in training camp? We can't afford to have injuries at O-line training camp. All right? Ryan Jensen, Aaron Stinney. We can't have that, folks. Logan Hall, stay away from the O-line, man. Quit trying to go so hard in training camp, which I get it, but you caused the injury. I think Logan Hall hurt Aaron Stinney, right? Or was it Ryan Jensen? Whoever it was that he rolled up on, he got locked up with. No, I think it was Ryan Jensen. He got locked up with somebody. I think it was Stinney. And he kind of fell down and lost his footing or whatever and rolled up on Ryan Jensen's leg. Can't have that, man. We can't have no injuries on O-line, folks, because that is a problem. That's a problem. And the biggest thing for the Bucs going into training camp is everybody needs to stay healthy. Come out of training camp healthy. Get out of preseason healthy. First game of the season is Minnesota in St. Paul, Minneapolis, Twin Cities. Well, folks, that's my summary for the Bucs training camp and updates as well. You know, with the Baker Mayfield, Devin White situation, Kyle Trask situation, Ty Bowles, and all that, and optimism. It's good. It's great to have be optimistic, but also have the reality, have the sense of mind frame to understand what reality is. You can have hypotheticals and be optimistic all you want to. Optimism, I get it, but also understand what this team is really working with is expectations versus reality. The Bucs are not in a great situation overall. Now, can they make some things happen? Sure. But compared to some other teams, we're not even close to them. And y'all gonna see. You'll see. You're gonna see the gap between us and the really good teams and us versus the average and below teams. It's close. When we play those bad teams, the Bucs look like the Bucs. But the minute we play them Eagles and Bills, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Anyway, shouts out to all the Powers of Sea Bandits. Thank you for joining. Training camp is a couple weeks away, folks. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share all the videos. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you all new videos that's posted on this channel, folks. It's time to start churning out some videos. Training camp is around the corner. I am back. Sort of, not all the way, but I'll drop a video a little bit. I'll drop some more videos. And I'm trying to make it to the military day, training camp day, July 31st, and general public August 14th. So, with that being said, fire those cannons, seize the day, raise the flag. Hashtag optimism is good. Hashtag reality check. Hashtag transitional year. Hashtag expectations. Hashtag stay humble. Hashtag don't get mad at me. Hashtag facts over feelings. Hashtag what does your eyes tell you? Hashtag probability versus possibility. Hashtag why? 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 What is this? It's going to be a long season, folks. Strap in. I'll see y'all again in another video. I'm out.